Okay, I'm gonna bring the answer to y'all by video for the question of the day today. So the question is: a social worker is working with an elderly woman who is caring for her chronically ill husband, who is totally dependent upon her. The woman is concerned that her own health condition will not allow her to continue being his primary caretaker. In order to best assist the client, the social worker should. Okay, so right out the gate, I'm noticing this is should question, so that tells me I am going to put on my ethical hat. So whatever I'm looking for, it's going to be an ethical response or intervention. Okay, so this social worker is working with this elderly woman, so we know she's elderly and she's caring for her chronically ill husband. So we want to pay attention to the fact that he's chronically ill and totally dependent upon her. Now, the priority presenting problem here, which means the most critical thing that is happening right here in this situation that I need to pay attention to, focus on, and address, is the fact that the woman who I'm meeting with is expressing her concern that her own health condition will not allow her to continue being her husband's primary caretaker. That's my problem. So the question is asking me, what is the most ethical thing, because it's a should question, that I need to do about this client that is expressing to me her concerns about no longer being able to be her husband's primary caretaker because of her own health issues now, okay? So the answer choices: A, would the most ethical thing be to assist the client with identifying possible resources available to her and her husband? Possibly, that is something ethical that we can do to help this woman out. B, encourage her to do whatever she can to continue to care for her husband. No, we don't want to keep encouraging her, and she's telling us that she don't think that she could continue on being his primary provider. So we definitely don't want to do that. We don't want to encourage her to do that beyond her capacity. Definitely not ethical. C, help her to reach out to extended family members to assist her with caring for her husband. Maybe that's something we can do. I'm not even sure. Really, no, that's not even ethical, because she's telling you that she doesn't want to be the primary caretaker. So just taking upon ourselves to help her say, okay, look, maybe your family can help take care of him. I'm not saying that's something that we can't do, but I just really don't feel like that is something that we should do, or that's the most ethical thing that we should do in this situation. But we can put that one on pause. So right now we have A and C on pause. So what about D? Continue to monitor the situation. Well, monitoring the situation, how are we helping her? Remember, whatever intervention that you pick has to, in some form or fashion, help the client address their presenting priority issue. Okay, so just monitoring the situation is not helping anything. So between A and C, the most ethical thing to do about this woman that's concerned that her own health condition will not allow her to continue being her husband's primary caretaker, we could either assist her with identifying possible resources available to her and her husband, or we can help her to reach out to extended family members to assist her with caring for her husband. Well, me going back to the presenting priority issue, I am paying attention to the fact that she is concerned with her own health condition as well as taking care of her husband. So that's twofold. So the only answer that really addresses that twofold is A, assist the client with identifying possible resources available to both her and her husband. That is going to directly address the priority issue here, helping her to reach out to extended family members. That's still not going to really address her concerns about her own health. Okay, so this situation requires a long-term plan, and the client needs to feel comfortable with choices that she makes. And the social worker, it's the social worker's responsibility to help the client identify available resources that's going to help her and her husband. That's our responsibility, because that's the priority she came with, and that's what we have to help her with. So encouraging her to care for her husband beyond her stated physical capacity is not in the client's best interest. So we definitely, like I said, we don't want to push that on her or even make her think that that's what she needs to be trying to do. C, reaching out to extended family members is an option, like I said, but it negates the client's concern about her own health. Also, like I said, this situation, the priority issue is twofold. She's not only just concerned about taking care of her husband, she's also concerned about her own health. And D, continuing to monitor the situation does not address the client's concern. So boom, there you have it. Just remember, should questions, you are focusing on ethics.